Hey guys, in the phase of the new cycle restart, I figured it's a good time to share a build with you, and it's an Earthquake Shaman built around the Shattered Lands. As a quick demonstration, I will hit some dummies and then go over to Aberroth. So you basically start with a Warcry totem for Berserker charges, get up to 7 swipe charges, and then you can start with Earthquake. So you can see the damage numbers probably go up to like 12 million and repeatedly. So damage is good. Let's go see if we can take on Aberroth. As an appetizer, we go for the Harbingers. Start off with some maelstroms because it builds up endurance threshold as a shaman. As you can see, with the current setup, you can just face tank him. And you kill him quite quickly. Let's talk about the skills. Earthquake. It's quite the usual damage over time setup. The important part is when you turn it to damage over time, it's still dealing the normal to hit damage, but each second. So you still can use effects like more melee damage, and it will increase your damage dealt by damage over time aftershocks. These nodes are insane because the damage increase is huge. I took Dust Storm because blind is now quite useful as a critical strike avoidance skill, and here you can decrease the mana cost. And Divining Totem is important as well because it lets you aftershocks appear around your totems, and with an idol and Warcry we get totems, so the single target damage is drastically increased. And of course 200% more damage to chilled or frozen enemies, which we will do. Warcry, we have a lot of points because our helmet increases the skill points for Warcry. Important is that you get Maelstrom charges, because as a Shaman we get endurance per stack of Maelstrom. We get the Berserker nodes because it increases our attack speed and a little bit our damage. The damage doesn't scale with the cold damage because we can't convert Earthquake, but it's still good. To the right we use Totemic Heart to get a totem when we want one. Unfortunately Juggernaut doesn't work when you have Totemic Heart, but well, we still need it to get here. And here you can cleanse negative elements. All skill points you have left after you got the chill chance and the 100% increased crit you put into Frailty. Swipe is the second most important skill after Earthquake, of course, for two reasons. It's first, Earthquake costs a lot of mana, and with a node down here you can regain mana while hitting with Swipe. And to the right, the incredible aspect of the Panther can be increased with each node. So at first you get 5 charges, more damage, attack speed, more charges, and this one is the most important node because it increases your health regeneration per stack by 75%. With 7 stacks you have 525% increased health regeneration, which is quite important because, as I mentioned, we use the Shattered Lance, which is an asset that utilizes regeneration to get huge increases to cold damage. But later to the items, let's finish with the skills. Maelstrom, it's a basic setup. You want to go up here to get haste and frenzy basically permanently. 4 points here because longer duration, longer haste, longer frenzy, and endurance threshold because Shaman, and beneath the waves is important as well. You can get the other points somewhere where you like. Fury Leap is not that important as well. You can jump very far. You get immune while leaping when you take this node, and you can cleanse all ailments on landing, which is quite useful. The damage increases don't really matter, but well, it's a good mobility skill, so why not? Let's go over to the passives. Let's start with the basics. Attunement and strength is very good for this setup because in the end you will get increased regeneration from it, so max them out. Get the rest in health and dual wielding to get your 20 points to be able to pick Cornered Beast, which is amazing now. Our health drops a lot, and then through our regeneration we get up to high health very fast, but it lasts for 5 seconds, so 75 more damage and less damage taken is amazing. Pick it up, go over to Beastmaster. Less damage from enemies nearby is amazing. Strength is amazing aspect of the boar. Less damage taken. You can get 2 or 3 charges, it's up to you. More health is always useful, and this node especially is very good for this build. Flat health regeneration and increased health regeneration translate into a huge amount of cold damage increase. Druid, well, take this to max out your endurance. Armor is always nice, and this node, Druidic Prowess, is always amazing. Both strength and attunement are very good for you as well, thanks to the increased regeneration. Let's get to the Shaman. Nothing scary here. Attunement and penetration is amazing. You summon totems from Warcry and an idol, so make sure to get increased attack speed and cast speed. We go up here to get flat cold damage. I'm not sure about this node, maybe you can drop it because we don't really need the melee cold penetration because the aftershocks are damage over time, so I think they don't work anymore. Down here more attunement is nice, endurance threshold is nice, and yeah, get to 5 points to get the additional stun avoidance, and over here we even get more increased health regeneration, which is perfect. Elemental Shrines, more attunement and mana regeneration. We need a lot of mana, so 1% per attunement point is amazing. Over here pick it up to 4 points because endurance threshold per Maelstrom is very nice. You can have around 10 or 20 10 to 20 Maelstrom stacks all the time. And finally, this is the most important node because you get flat health regeneration per attunement. With around 100 attunement, you have flat 33 health regeneration. let's go over to the items so we can utilize all this regeneration. So, as I mentioned, the most important part, of course, is the Shard of the Shattered Lands and the Fragments of the Shattered Land, because the set bonus is 15% increased melee cold damage per 10 health regeneration. We get quite a lot of health regeneration through our passives, as I told you before. Of course, you can increase them further with your items. Right now, the setup does not have that much increased health regeneration because I focused on attunement, because from attunement I get more flat health regeneration, and strength is very good as well because I get increased health regeneration. So right now I'm having 791 increased health regeneration with the charges from swipe. You can see I get up to 1408. And let me tell you, that's not the limit. You can have a lot better gear for this build than I have currently, because you can have increased health regeneration here, and here, flat health regeneration, and you can have increased health regeneration, I think, on your rings, your armor, and helmet, but I'm not sure about that. So, what is the second, the best second weapon on slot? I think it's Urin's Penance, because cold penetration, and if you have the flat cold damage in it, it will increase your damage drastically, and also your Fury Leap becomes cold damage as well. Well, you won't deal that much damage with Fury Leap, but it's still nice. A very good armor if you have the resistances to decrease your damage. Call of the Tundra is the perfect helmet for you, because you can utilize every single aspect of it. More Warcry skill points, more health. Health regeneration flat is perfect, and flat melee cold damage is perfect as well. Well, the health gain on freeze, you won't gain much of it. Nihilus, it's an amazing amulet, so nothing more to say about it, except maybe that every plus skill point to Earthquake basically increases your damage by 20%, more damage, not increases, sorry. And I think you can get better boots and a better belt for this build, but for now it's the best I've got. Idols, you need 2 idols. One is with a chance to summon Thorn Totem, and the second one is Throne of Ambition. I think you get it from a monolith bot, and well, it has more cold damage on it and more armor on it, so it's perfect to kill bosses. Blessings, well, it's mostly up to you. What I would recommend is Endurance if you haven't maxed it out in another way. Shred Cold Resistance, I think, is the best in slot here, and this one is important. Flat health regeneration and increased health regeneration. This is amazing. Try to max it out. I'm still working on it. Well, that's it. So I will leave you with a build. Put a link to the planner so you can check out in detail what I chose in what skill and passive, and maybe I will show you one more kill of Julra. Bye! A quick demonstration on Julra. Build up some charges and go.
Epoch, I will have it.
Dead.